Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It is Tuesday evening. I have left my phone at work, so I have borrowed Kathleen's phone to record this evening. Not quite sure how that's going to work, but she set it up in the tripod for me, so fingers crossed. This evening, I wanted to talk about changes in eating habits when you're prepping. Because I've noticed, just even in the last week or so with Kathleen and I, the air fryer especially, I am eating a lot more vegetables because I can roast them. I'm not the biggest fan of boiled vegetables. I'll have some peas, possibly some carrots, but I'm not particularly keen on them. However, roasted carrots, quite happy sitting having them breakfast, lunch, dinner, you name it. Turnip, roasted onions, roasted peppers. I will happily eat a whole lot of roasted veggies. Also, obviously air fryer. I don't fry things like burgers anymore. They are cooked in the air fryer, so they're much healthier. So yeah, the air fryer has made quite a difference to the amount of fresh stuff that I eat. Has increased quite a bit. Also, what I've noticed is because I've got a lot of dehydrated vegetables now, and some of it is I dehydrate like the tail end of things like peppers. The box that I got that had the pack of peppers in it, I used some for the pasta salad, but not them all. So they're getting chopped up and put in the dehydrator, and they get put in an airtight jar in the cupboard, so that when I'm making anything in the slow cookers, I just take a handful from the jars and throw them in. And where I found that has made a difference is for stews, casseroles, because I'm not having to stand and chop the veg because it's all been done, then I'm quite happy throwing a handful in. Even making soup is so easy because I've got so many carrots, mushrooms, etc. sliced up and dehydrated that they just go in. The dehydrated veg is not as good as a side. I mean, I wouldn't just have it as a side, but certainly for putting in the slow cooker, for bolognese, stews, soups, etc. absolutely fantastic. So there's more veg going in things that has been dehydrated. Obviously, again, I have the frozen veg. Anything fresh that I've got extra of just gets thrown in the freezer. But also there's the things, the powders. Now, I had made garlic and onion powder that got added, but I also have what we call green powder. I saw that on YouTube, and it's actually really good. It's things like basically stuff that I don't eat. It's kale, it's spinach, it's green leafy veggies that were reduced in the supermarket. And a lot of them, well, certainly when I bought them last year, some of them were reduced to 10 pence a bag. So I would buy like 6 bags and dehydrate them. And then I would make them into powders. So any soups, stews, again, anything in the slow cooker just gets a spoonful of green powder added. And that's some great nutrition. So I just thought I would tell you that, because it seems quite strange when you're thinking about being prepared and you're like, yep, I'm dehydrating, I'm preserving, I'm canning, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And you're like, yep, everything's preserved, everything's, sort of kept safe somewhere. And how does that make it healthier eating? Surely you ate more fresh veg when you were buying things more often instead of keeping it in a store cupboard. And the answer's no. I very seldom ate veg. I used to come in, get a bacon tray and throw like chicken Kiev and chips in the oven. That used to be the standard. As long as it could go in the oven, I didn't care. So it was fish and chips, it was as I say, garlic chicken and chips, anything like that used to get thrown in the oven. Yes, I would have the mince or the stew with mashed potatoes, but there was very seldom an awful lot of veg. Whereas now, as I say, there's more veg going in my soups, there's more veg going in the stews or the bolognese, etc., just because it's so easy to do. So yeah, that's how my eating has changed for the better due to my prepping. Who'd have thought it? So I hope you're having a good Tuesday evening. I will go and shut this down and get Kathleen to show me how to get it from her phone onto my computer. Catch you later.